Last time on Roll for Distraction, Fractured Republic. After taking down Mars' orbital defense network, the Dust Guard's Lancer squadrons moved to their next objective, taking over the orbital docking ring and securing it to aid in their invasion of Mars. Much like the previous fight, Tracker Squad was fired out of Easy Street's airlock and landed on the outer surface of the station. The ring was better defended than the cannon, and our heroes took a few good hits, but they managed to fight their way into a hangar on the ring's surface. However, before they could take over the ring, another Lancer squad shouted over the comms that the Corporate Alliance's forces had detonated their own reactors. The explosions cracked the ring in at least 2 places, sending it crashing down to the surface of Mars, along with all of our Lancers.
Can I make an announcement a little bit before we start? Because this is actually kind of cool.
I guess.
Yeah. We recently celebrated our 3rd year on YouTube. So thank you guys for dealing with us for 3 years.
Being with us for 3 years, or being with us for however...
3 hours, some of you, but also those of you who've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Thank you to all.
Leave a comment in this video of the first video of ours you watched, if you remember.
Time is truly an illusion.
Yeah.
Comment for the algorithm thing. Just tell us what the first video of ours you watched is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, as of this recording, our first episode of this season will be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is the thing I wanted to say at the top. If you've been yelling at us about being morons for not knowing the rules, we'll begin acknowledging those comments in the next episode.
We will never acknowledge them. We will continue to play incorrectly.
If you commented on the first episode.
Yes, there'll be a 4-episode delay.
If one of those comments is that I'm doing the damage wrong, it's because I'm rolling dice because I have a lot of dice that I would like to roll.
I put that on the screen in the first video.
And
so
also, we only listen to subscribers, so if you don't subscribe...
It's true. If you're not subscribed, and I will check.
We can tell, right?
And we listen more to members. This is pay to win.
Become a member to implement a house rule.
Don't say that.
House rule number 1. Someone loses a gun at every mission.
Well,
okay.
I've already lost a gun every mission, so it's fine.
You're falling out of the sky.
Fall right out of the sky.
The Halo ring broke, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the docking ring. Last episode, a variety of Lancer teams were attacking the orbital docking ring and shipyard, and we're going to try and secure it to make a ground invasion easier. Uno reverse card, the orbital docking ring started to blow up with you on it.
And now we're falling.
And now you're free falling.
With style.
And
do we have jet propulsion and things to slow our descent?
No.
Personally?
No.
Okay, great. Cool.
Yeah,
so we're gonna fall, we're gonna crash, and we're gonna die. Okay.
All right, okay.
Everybody grab Colin.
Are we cutting back into where we're falling?
No, I mean, it's gonna take some time for you to actually fall down. It looks like some sort of thrusters actually pushing sections of the docking ring towards the planet so that they don't just stay there or take their time. It is accelerating towards the surface of Mars.
That's bad.
What do you do? Does anyone have any ideas?
Is there anything we can do?
Panic.
Newt, how good are those magnets?
Can I run calculations to see how much time we have before impact?
Sure. That's going to be a pilot skill.
Just read a situation.
Yeah, let's go with that.
It could technically be stay cool though. Perform a task that requires concentration, dexterity, speed, and precision under pressure.
We're definitely under pressure.
Which one are you better at?
Staying cool.
Okay, do the other one.
No,
do stay cool. It's fine. You're an AI. You can do math.
That's not terrible. 14.
You have maybe 10 minutes, given your current rate of acceleration.
How long would it take a drop ship to get to us from Easy Street?
Well, I think the problem is that we're accelerating, so we're also flying.
More than 10 minutes.
Can we all just grab onto like a piece of the ring and just brace for impact?
No, I mean, your section of ring is solid. The issue is it's going to impact Mars.
Yeah.
Right, it's going to stop moving suddenly. It's not the speed that gets you, it's the sudden stop.
Yeah.
So when you fall on an elevator, don't they say, what do they say, to lie flat down on the ground or something?
Yeah.
I think they just say to pray to whatever god you believe in, but...
That's planes. That's when planes are falling.
Yeah, the elevator thing, people were like, oh yeah, you have to jump right before you make impact.
That's not actually true. That's not actually true.
Yeah, because you can't tell when you're about to make impact.
Yeah, also true.
That's really the big issue there, is you don't
I guess
know.
I just spread eagle? I don't know. I'll just spread eagle on the thing.
You're gonna like Dark Souls starfish lay down pose.
Do we have any method of like yeeting ourselves upward with enough speed to achieve escape velocity?
No.
Don't look at me, I don't.
See, here's the thing. Colin could currently just fly away. He's not he can just leave because his mech has EVA. So he can just go. But
can we all hold on to him?
What if we all use our reaction to brace?
Then we only take half damage on
falling.
D100
damage.
From
1,020.
It's
you have resistance to all damage.
It's 1d6 per 10 feet of drop distance, and you're at
and we're at like
240,000 feet. So I think you're going to be taking
2,400 d6.
180,000 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll only be 90,000 damage.
Gerard, you can tech it, right? Gerard, you can tech it.
Oh yeah, I tech it.
Actually,
I hold
here's
R.
something funny. If a Napoleon mech, which mech is, braces, his frame trait is that anytime he takes half damage from something, he only takes 1 damage.
Okay, so...
Oh, wait, you're right. Wait a minute.
Holy shit.
Colin,
so,
wait.
Colin can
Brian,
jump,
you
decelerate.
can just brace.
Brian can just brace. What are the other three of you
Brian's just going to do like a Halo armor lock, you know?
My
just punch
character,
the floor. Just...
my pilot has the survive skill, if that matters.
I think that's for like wilderness survival.
Listen, is this not a survival?
Hold on. You build like a solar water distillery and go, okay.
How does
this help me?
I have my iron bucket with water in it, and I place the block immediately as we land, so I take no damage.
Okay.
It's Minecraft logic.
Based on my calculations, how much time would I have to make a decision on whether I'm going to EVA out or not? Because I would assume at some point we get low enough that I could no longer
We'd enter
EVA.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yours doesn't. So you're gonna have to make that decision much sooner than anyone else. So if you want to bail, you have to do it now.
Question.
Yes.
Is there water on Mars?
Yes.
Is there any visible large body of water that
there
we're
used to be?
above?
They terraformed the planet and then polluted it back to being a shithole again.
But is it still water?
No.
All right. Hold on. I have a potential option.
Okay.
Because I assume that we all have hard suits that will allow us to survive in atmosphere. Outside of our mechs.
Yeah, we have spacesuits. That's part of our standard equipment. Yeah.
Excuse me, sergeants. It would appear that we are in quite a dire strait. If you would like, and if we see no other option, my recommendation would be everyone evacuate their mechs, and I will utilize my nanoswarm to lift you off up into space, and we can attempt to return to the ship. Otherwise, we will all die in a fiery crash.
I guess that's our only option.
Are our mechs replaceable, John? Can we print new ones? Is that a thing we can do?
Yes. They're not going to be immediately replaceable. They're going to take time, and you may end up having to survive for a session or two as pilots.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So here's the thing. Brian is fine. He can brace and survive.
Oh, wait, can I bond with somebody and then Also give
I don't think...
No, because that's one of your... I think that's a frame trait. Like, I don't think that's transferable.
No, that's his pilot feature.
Oh, your pilot feature?
Yeah, wait, Alex, that's just a pilot... Where do I see that on my...
Your pilot feature is that you can bond. The frame trait is your... It'd be like top left. It'd be like under your evasion.
That's what I'm saying, is that his not dying from impact is his frame trait, which is not transferable.
Right.
Brian's character can just jump out of the ship and land on the planet. That's an option.
Is there going to be a bunch of...
He could do the Captain America... Did he just jump out without a parachute?
Oh, actually, hey, John.
Uh-huh.
So technically, since I am a nanoswarm, right?
Uh-huh. Let's see where this is going.
Can he rearrange his body into a parachute?
That is also a potential.
Or like a glider.
But
okay. How...
At least...
You finish.
For myself, even if I stay on the ship or the ring and do not EVA off before we hit atmosphere, in theory, I could, before reaching the surface, reorganize my nanites so that they start building up to counter my velocity.
That is a creative solution that I'm not sure works, because you would need to be accelerating the other direction. You've already gained the velocity. You have to accelerate the other way to lose velocity. Which would mean you're creating distance between yourself and the deorbiting station.
But my nanites can move, so they can, in theory, fly upwards.
Okay, I feel like we're getting to, like, peasant railgun right now. Like, I don't think... Like, I understand that the way it's worded, that makes sense, but I don't think that's how it works.
We're trying, okay?
I just figured that Sheriff would know the actual, like...
Hold on! Look at your screens!
What?
Look at Discord!
What's happening in Roll20?
Brian...
Discord?
Brian's got his cyberpunk glasses on.
Okay, well, this isn't gonna go in.
Okay. That's
good,
funny,
Brian.
though. No, that's funny.
Unless Brian wants to give me permission to screenshot that and put it in the episode.
Yeah, I gotta... Hold on.
There you go.
Alright, wait, hold on.
Is that a yes? Or are we doing a Brian face reveal, sort of, with sunglasses on?
Yeah.
Alright, sit still so I can get a nice screenshot. Alright.
So this is like a DMV photo right now.
Alright, there it is. That's in the episode.
Sorry, I thought you guys were appreciating it.
Sorry, that was good.
Anyway.
That was funny. What were we talking about?
And John's so distracted we survived the fall.
Alright, Brian?
We distracted the GM and you forgot about gravity.
Sheriff is smarter than Colin, and Sheriff would know if it's possible for him to accelerate last minute or if I should fuck off before I hit atmosphere.
Alright, what page is your EVA thing on? I want to read the specs.
Figure out Colin, and then I have another thing we can get at least one more of us to the ground without blowing.
I have a stupid idea, but it's an idea nonetheless.
Let Colin figure out if his nanites
it's mostly for
squishy
me.
enough.
EVA module. Your mech has a propulsion system suitable for use in low or zero gravity and underwater environments. In those environments, you can fly and are not slowed.
The extra equipment, which Alex said she took. Alex said she took the extra jump jets. During this mission, your mech can fly when moving, but must end movement on land.
Okay.
So Alex just has jets.
Alex can survive. She can just create distance and sort of softly land.
Brian.
Yeah.
Do you have the system in your...
Brian's fine. He takes 1 damage.
No, I know. But Brian can save me.
Oh.
Or Gerard. The stasis generator.
Stasis generator, yes.
Cool. Put me in the bubble.
How many mechs can he target?
1.
Yeah, I'm reading. Hold on.
I become stunned but gain immunity to all damage and effects.
Yeah, I could do that to Gerard or Alex, whoever needs it more.
Right.
What you guys, both of you can't do anything?
I have a dumb idea that I want to bounce off of John and see what his answer is.
That's convenient, because you might bounce off the surface of the planet.
No, I have a final solution.
No, we won't bounce.
Don't say it like that.
Whoa, what is this about?
No, you don't.
Wait, I also have these turret drones. If I deploy all three of them, can they hold somebody
your
else?
drone?
No?
Can your drones fly, or I thought those were like
I think they
crabs.
just clamp. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like crabs.
Crab drone.
Oh,
I thought they were flying.
People.
Okay.
Anyway, Gerard, what's your stupid plan?
All right, here's my stupid plan.
Okay.
I have the what do you call these skills? There's mech skills. Yeah. The mech skill Stormbringer 3.
Oh, yeah. Pilot
One of the abilities is called Lightning. Whenever I hit something with a launcher type weapon, I can shoot a concentrated blast of missiles that knock an opponent 3 spaces away, but it also knocks me 3 spaces away. So I would use my bow to shoot the ground, shoot the missiles, and then the blast from the missiles would kill my momentum while falling and knock me back.
Okay.
So
you want to do a double jump.
So
instead of coming to a stop, you're accelerating backwards. Wouldn't that be worse?
All right.
So it's like when you fall in a video game and you double jump before you hit the ground, and then you don't take any fall damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
in real life, that would be worse, but.
But also big robots.
Yeah, but.
So I have this stasis barrier. Would that do anything?
No, we don't need a wall right now.
Okay, so.
I don't want to crash into a wall.
Brian is going to be braced. Alex is going
Brian's
to be...
going to brace and take no damage. I'm going to be in the bubble.
He's going to take 1 damage. You're going to be in the bubble and take no damage.
Yeah, Alex can fly.
Yeah.
Alex can fly. She's fine.
Not much.
Colin...
But
Gerard's going to double jump.
Gerard is going to... Gerard, we'll get back to you. Colin.
High roller's a gambler.
You have an EVA system, but you also have a particularly lightweight mech, given the nature of it. So I will say you can use your EVA system to fly in atmosphere once, and then it will be deactivated, and you will take 4 heat.
You could also, John, if you want to meet us halfway somewhere, have someone make an agility save, take some heat, take partial damage.
We're getting there. The rest of you have perfectly valid solutions that don't need workarounds.
Would that be permanent heat or permanent disablement of my EVA system?
I mean, until you can get repairs, but yes.
Usually you burn it out.
So, Colin, I'm going to set a timer for 30 seconds where Gerard and you need to decide if you're going to rip him out of the mech and leave now or ride it down.
One final question, because Alex did have a good idea. Can I reshape myself into wings?
No.
No, okay.
Because you're not a transformer.
That was mostly a joke.
You have 20 seconds.
Gerard, it's up to you.
I'm a gambling man. I'm shooting the ground.
All right. Colin, are you going to burn out your system, or are you going to stay in space?
I'll burn out my EVA system. I can't use it planetary anyway.
That is our strategy. Alex can fly. Alex will be paralyzed. Brian will
Not because of the fall.
Brian will be doing the Captain America pose. Colin is going to burn his system and take 4 heat.
Wait, can I... Sorry,
yes.
When I get done flying, can I land in the Black Widow pose with Brian in the Captain America? Hell yeah.
Yes. You're going to be landing in a very large debris field because of...
Okay, so that's just the Black Widow movie, okay.
Yep, sure.
That is how that movie ends.
Mm-hmm. The sky-based falls.
Is there going to be debris that's flying back up after the whole thing hits the ground? So we're going to have to watch out.
It'll definitely kick up a big dust cloud.
We're gonna get to what happens on the ground when it happens, but Gerard, I'm gonna need you to roll a critical damage with your attack because you're going to take the damage in backblast to survive this.
What dice is that?
What damage does your bow attack do with its extra
D6.
thing? Okay. And what about the missiles for the launch back? Does that do extra?
Where is it? So the missiles themselves only do knockback. They do not do damage.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 2d6, take the higher in damage.
Alright, that's 5.
Okay, you take 5 damage.
Alright, that's so question.
What?
Does this count? What does this technically count as a scene?
Yeah, the fall. I think the fall is a scene.
The fall is a scene.
Cool.
Yes.
Then I have my 8 overshields. which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean those just basically are constantly refreshing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I take 5 to my overshields.
All right. Well, that was I didn't even need you to roll the damage. I forgot you had an overshield damage.
You just hit the ground and you just
No, that's it. It doesn't even fully spend because he has 8 and it lost 5. But you are all separated in this cloud of dust and debris.
Since I would have actually had maneuverability, could I have landed on the outskirts of the debris field?
Yeah, I mean, Colin, in your case, because of your EVA system, you can kind of just jump off at 10,000 feet and then glide somewhere else. Same with Alex.
It would be nice to be together.
You guys can land somewhere else if you feel like not being in the shit.
Just for the sake of displaying it for the audience, roughly where on the map are we right now?
You are in between Haverstead and Outland. You're not sure if you're on the outskirts or in the radioactive wastes, because the crater and the dust and the mess.
Yeah, I mean, all we would see right now is just thick red dust, because we just kicked it all up.
I took my 1 damage.
Yes, you take 1 damage.
Ouch.
Gerard's overshield takes 5 damage. Colin has destroyed his EVA system and taken 4 heat, and Alex gracefully landed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I feel like I'm the one who took the most damage out of this.
You took 4 heat.
4 heat's a lot.
Yeah, but it just goes away. When if you're not in combat, you can just clear heat.
Oh.
Oh, it just
Cool.
goes away. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stabilize action, but
Okay, yeah, I guess you
we're
can
not
just
ca-
get
I would like
actions.
to immediately stabilize when I
Yeah.
hit the ground.
yes.
All right.
Speaking of that, some of us probably have damage from last time. If you want to refill your HP, not your structure, but your HP, you can spend 1 repair capacity in CompCon. If you want to, Colin, you and me, with our destroyed weapons, you can spend a repair to fix your weapon.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
I can only fix 1 system, right? Per repair.
You guys okay?
Yeah, 1 per repair.
Okay.
I mean, don't fix your EVAs. We're on land anyway.
Yep.
And then like Alex said, we land, we go on comms. Can we hear each other? Are we good?
Your comms are very garbled because of all the debris.
Like fully where we can't hear anything, or
You're getting
it's just choppy?
bits and pieces. It's very choppy.
Going through tunnel.
Oi.
Did you see that shit? Epic.
Thanks for the ball, Mac.
Come.
I'm what?
Come.
I'm what?
You.
What'd you say about mother?
Okay.
You are able to locate each other, and it is going to take quite a while for the debris to settle. For
Sure.
the dust to come out of the air.
Can we find like an overhang of metal to like just shield under, so in case there's like enemy flyovers or anything?
Yes, you are able to find a concealed section, a bulkhead that looks like it survived, a stretch of hallway that you can all fit in.
So how's everybody's ankles?
Oh, great.
Mine are fine.
I don't have ankles.
You do.
True. No, Sheriff doesn't have ankles.
I have joints.
Sheriff doesn't have ankles. Mac has ankles.
Mac can't feel pain. Oh no, maybe he can feel pain. I don't know.
I didn't download that software. I thought it was stupid.
Why was this unit allowed to feel pain?
I put pain.exe in the trash. Should we try getting in touch with the folks upstairs?
God?
Probably the best option.
No, not the big man. The normal-sized man upstairs.
Santa
Jesus.
Claus. How does Santa Claus reach Mars? For all the good boys and children.
The sleigh, it's magic. I don't
Eats a
know,
lot
fuck
of
you.
candy.
He just pulls the sack over his head and
He jumps
breathe him
into
back.
the sack.
Pulls his sack over. Yeah.
Anyway, one of you who can talk to command, do that.
Go ahead, Colin.
Can we bring him in?
I guess me?
Mm-hmm.
You.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Attention, Dust Guard. Attention, Dust Guard. Come in, Dust Guard.
Silence.
Static. You have, it would appear long-range comms are not active due to the dust storm.
Oh, we're stuck here.
Man, too bad we're not the dust guard.
The dust and all of the ionized debris in the atmosphere are preventing long-range communication. You were all barely able to speak to each other, even though you were
a few hundred feet
maybe
apart.
Maybe a couple hundred feet apart, yeah.
We just need a really big fan, right?
Like our audience.
Alright, so like real talk.
Yeah, who is our biggest fan?
If there was a dust cloud like this, it would take weeks to disperse. Like, that's... It would be a problem for a long time.
Honestly, on Mars, with its thinner atmosphere and slightly lower gravity, some of it might not come back down.
No, I mean, Mars has some atmosphere and weather, and it has more atmosphere than it does in our time, because it's, they put a real one back, and then they got rid of some of it. But it's still going to take... Think about how fucked up the Earth's atmosphere is for like a week when one volcano goes off.
Yeah, you get the ash clouds for a while. Does anyone have any, like, pilot equipment that's relevant right now?
Yeah, you are now
Not
in a
really.
survival situation. What's your food looking like?
Oh, fuck.
Do I have any oil?
I kind of didn't
question.
actually choose any
Have
pilot
oil.
equipment since, a robot.
Okay, you're still supposed to do that.
Okay, you would have an emergency pack for your human pilots that are with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there is a rations item.
Anyway, I have a heavy hard suit, a heavy signature, a light signature, a tertiary arm, a personal drone, and an omni hook.
You get 6 pieces of
I
equipment?
don't have anything good.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a
Really?
suit and 2 weapons, and then 3 pieces of other equipment.
Okay, so...
Yeah. I got my smart scope, a corrective, so if any of you are injured, I have some shit to help you.
Somehow we avoided that.
Like, yeah. And my mag clamps, which I just used to fly, so, fuck.
You have a scope, you said?
A powerful electronic scope that provides high resolution magnification for up to 2 miles and automatically adjusts for wind, gravity, and pressure.
Oh.
That's
pretty
incredibly
cool.
helpful.
Can Newt get some high ground and look around?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Newt, are you going to be doing that in your mech or out of your mech?
It'd be harder to detect.
Yeah.
What armor are you wearing?
I'm in a light hard suit. That's what I was
Okay.
looking at. I wasn't sure if I'd be
I wasn't
able
sure if
to
you picked the
do
stealth
that.
one.
No.
But nonetheless, you're not like loud and clunky or anything.
I'll just stay in. What do I see, John?
You climb up to a high point and try to still stay low and avoid producing a larger profile. In every direction, you see the debris field from this impact. There is also a long crater. You are maybe 50 meters down from other areas. There is a large crater. There is going to be devastation anywhere that there was a habitable zone impacted near this.
Yeah, I mean, we made a new canyon.
Yeah, around a lot of the planet.
We made the
This
Grand
has-
Canyon.
They did it.
This
we were
has
just hanging on.
scarred the surface of Mars forever. You do not have any movement beyond shifting sand, occasional pieces of falling debris, because there's still a lot of debris in the atmosphere coming down. When you do actually look out, there's every couple of seconds you can see sort of a piece of metal burning up or impacting the ground.
No signs of ships or anything?
No, there's
Yeah.
no way to comb this until the
Okay.
dust settles. But it does look like it's starting to clear even from when you initially landed a couple hours ago.
That's
So
good.
this might be workable in 12 to 24 hours.
Okay, so we're gonna get somewhere eventually.
Can I sift through the wreckage and see if I can find any sort of electronic components, radar dishes? For example, that radar dish that was on the platform when we came
Do you want to
crashing
look
down.
for a radar dish?
I would like to look for anything that I can scrounge together to create a comms relay and /or an SOS beacon.
I mean, you have SOS beacons. You can just kind of activate those if you need.
But
it's just a case of
an up-powered one that's going to be able to break.
I don't want to get the attention of the enemy who is closer to us than
you want a signal booster.
Space. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I want to stay encrypted. Yeah.
Let me check.
Hold on, I have an Omni hook. Is this helpful?
Isn't that like a cell phone?
It's a portable Omninet terminal that allows for communication, data transfer, and limited hotspotting.
Yeah, a dedicated communications device. Yeah, that helps.
I have a sleeping bag. I'm gonna take a nap while you guys sort out this community. I just light shit on fire.
That's fair.
I have the wilderness survival kit.
None of you brought food, huh?
I picked extra
rations
as well.
Was not on the list.
Gerard, you have extra rations?
We didn't think that was a thing.
Last time, part of your pitch for this game was that it was gonna be like, oh, we're going out to explore a planet that there's, we lost contact with. There's gonna be some exploration involved, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll bring some food. This time you're like, we're going to war, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be part of an army. I don't need to bring food.
We'll have supply.
Boy, someone doesn't know how war works. Most of it's food.
Yeah, well, you're generally supposed to have at least 72 hours worth of rations.
Yeah, but it's like, game
I have
war.
72 hours worth of rations.
You don't eat!
Oh, yeah. They all have.
I forgot.
It's just because Mac's such a nice guy.
Oh my god.
Mac, that's... Is there inspiration for this? Give him an
Mac's
inspiration
just team dad.
For going, here, do you want a snack? I have a protein bar.
Thanks, Dad.
I do also, John, if it would help, once we can find electronic parts, I am proficient in hack it or fix.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. With
Mac
regards to
has
rations,
72 hours of food, which divided for 3 people is...
You guys
there's only
do
3 of us
have
who are people.
regular rations. You would keep normal food in there. The extra rations item is luxury goods. So, they assume
just extra if we're going to be out for a long time. So we should probably have 1 day with us.
You have protein bricks as your not die food. Extra rations, it specifies, are things like chocolate, coffee, alcohol, preserved fruit, like pleasant steamed things.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate!
So the assumption is then that you have...
Right. Unless we're stranded for a really long time. Yeah.
So the extra rations are only alcohol. We're getting fucked up.
Anyway, back to the tech nerds trying to build a satellite or whatever.
Yes, okay. Your Omni hooks are not currently able to connect to Easy Street or any other Lancer squads.
Oh, man.
This is more like a hard
Colin,
road.
if you would like to... Is there a tech...
The skill would be hack or fix. Repair a device or faulty system. Alternatively, hack it wide open, or totally wreck, disable, or sabotage it. However, last time you allowed me to use hack or fix to create my comms buoy that we then shot off of Ranger up into space.
Well, we don't have a fucking Mac cannon.
Yeah, you can't launch
to do that with
this time.
We don't have any guns that could achieve escape
velocity. Did you even ask him if he had a cannon?
He has a shotgun. It's a short-range weapon.
Damn.
Well, so this one wouldn't so much be a, hey, I want to have two-way communications back to Easy Street, right? This would basically be a directional dish based on the trajectory that Easy Street was taking and where it was at in space. I would align it in that direction. And
you want to ping its last known position?
Yes. Ping a very simple hello world message.
Give me a fix or hack.
That's going to be a 13.
You are able to create a directional dish and send out a message to the last known location of Easy Street. A couple of hours pass, and it's the middle of the night now, and the dust does seem to be lightening up.
Also, for reference, I would very much like the message just to be simply "Hello World," but encrypted.
Okay.
Something's going to answer
So
that,
not
and
something
it's not going to be easy
to
street.
indicate that you survived, just something that could be a random pinging message into space.
It's a little computer joke.
Something...
It's a little computer joke between me and Boxy.
Yeah, it's also not like the way the... Okay, it's fine.
Us NHPs gotta stay together, man.
Yep, you and every person who's learning programming for the first time.
Why don't you just send, like, ASCII art of your mech?
Ooh, that would actually be a good one. I didn't think of that.
ASCII art of your mech doing a thumbs up.
With 5 thumbs up to indicate that all of you lived. Because you're nanobots, so just give one hand 5 thumbs, like, radiating out.
That's a lot of thumbs.
It's funny, because you're an AI, and the finger thing is, you know...
It's like that one...
You're right.
It's like that one boss fight in the Elden Ring DLC.
Okay, if you are sending an ASCII art of your mech indicating that you guys lived, then you will get a response. About 5 hours later, in the middle of the night, Sheriff, you receive a series of text messages, because they want to keep the file small and harder to encrypted text messages from Easy Street. Entire docking ring deorbited. No contact with any other members of the Dust Guard. Confirmation of Team Warlock's full destruction. Invasion proceeding as planned. Casualties higher than expected. Make way to rendezvous point. And then it is coordinates telling you to go to Port Haverstead. Is that what I said? Haverstead. That's what I was with.
There you go. 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah.
Were these classified rendezvous text messages sent over Signal?
Yeah, there was a fist, a flag, and a fire emoji.
Shit, is there a journalist in here? Anyway, I guess we start walking.
I guess we do.
In our robots, not really walking. Our actual legs won't get tired.
We're walking through Mars.
I guess we'll start Christopher and...
Also, Alex V, please make a ASCII Baylor
Oh my god,
for us.
of a Baylor? I could try.
There's ASCII converters for images.
There are.
We're gonna say that you'll start walking the following morning. Because, you humans need to sleep.
I guess. I mean, we can't just put the robots on walk forward mode.
I mean, I guess.
Right?
You want to just have them,
Wait, Connor and I don't need to sleep, right? So can we just,
do you want to just
guide
have,
the other
your
mechs?
robots be like, follow these two?
Yeah. Like, I know we don't have advanced autopilot AI, but I think we can handle just, like, walk.
I also have a tertiary arm. I can hold their hands.
Isn't that your pilot arm?
Oh yeah,
that's a pilot arm, yeah. But the Napoleon is depicted in the book with 4 arms, so.
Oh, all right.
Nice. Look, 7 arms on this guy. One more and you're a spider.
Spider mech. Does whatever a spider mech does.
No, there's one that is a spider mech, I think.
Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. But he can brace.
He's too big.
Swallowtail's pretty close to a spider mech.
I mean, that's just it. Max Mech isn't too big. He's a half size. Like.
That's true. Yeah, I'm really not that big.
Yeah, you're like a little bit. You're like a thicker Iron Man suit. You're like just person sized.
You'd be Jeff Bridges from Iron Man 1.
Yeah, more like Ironmonger. Yeah, just like kind of big.
Yeah, so you'll start traveling at night overland. It's very rough going, and you cannot really move in a straight line because of all the debris.
That's fine.
So there's a lot of forward and back, and through channels and trenches.
Do you guys imagine if we were doing this with wheels?
You wouldn't be.
Silly.
Yeah.
There isn't like a mech check for like spot.
Let me double check because there's a way to detect hidden things, and that has like a very specific.
Give me a spot roll. That's your pilot. So I would like Mac and Sheriff to make spot rolls because everyone else is taking a nap.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, 22.
Okay.
I see everything.
You do not notice because you are currently doing heavy lifting on the guiding, but Mac, you are being followed.
I will follow him. By what or who? Do I know? Can I tell?
In the distance, and you realizing what's happening, try to not look at them, make them aware that you've seen them, so you quickly turn back around. The sniper that was that survived your encounter on
this motherfucker.
The on the docking platform.
So I want to tell Colin that we're being followed, and there's a sniper. The sniper that we were fighting survived the crash and is following us, and this could be an issue.
Tell it to him in like binary.
Yeah,
tell it to him in ASCII
Colin.
speak.
Draw a picture in ASCII and send him that.
I will respond in
You guys
kind.
can just talk in hexadecimal to each other. I mean, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You're
We'll speak in English for our listeners.
Imagine if you just had a whole conversation, just 8HG12F.
Have you seen the video of, like, someone had an AI for, like, a travel booking site and a personal assistant AI communicating to, like, book them a vacation?
Yes.
And they went, hey, let's communicate in our own language to make this faster.
Oh my god, that was
and it was
fucking
like,
terrifying.
Yeah.
I hated that!
And then they just started beeping at each other.
Like,
It was fucking
oh
scary.
my god!
They invented R2-D2 speak.
New fourth rule of robotics: speak English. What the fuck? No, speak a human language.
Speak English.
God, these un-American AIs not speaking American. Can't
Speak
believe it.
something a human can understand.
Anyway, so yeah, you two have been informed of that we're being followed. What do you do? We're asleep.
Yeah.
Panic.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Are there any upcoming, like, forks in the road or areas that
What
we'll be
road?
able to break? The
Where's
fucking
the
wilderness
road?
we're in.
You're in a debris field.
Alright, cool.
Road was the wrong word, but...
Are there any big pieces of debris that we will be able to break line of sight with this sniper that's
I mean,
currently
you're
stalking
constantly
us?
breaking line of sight with it. It's just tracking you.
Do we know how it's tracking us? Is it just by sight, or is it by echolocation, or
by
heat
tracker.
signals, or how?
Following our...
It's probably got like a thermal scope, like,
Yeah.
Following our footprints, shit like that.
and like we're way hotter than just a human body. We're like, you know.
How does the
nuclear-powered
heat
mechs.
system work? Can I like expend some heat to throw off the heat signature that it might be using?
Ooh,
Okay.
I can.
Ooh, there we go. Cool. So all right, so we wake up Alex, and we're like, hey,
I feel
somebody's
like we
following
should
us.
wake
Alexander,
everyone
sorry.
up, but
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen sooner. You just keep going like, well, how can we lose them?
Yeah. Well, I want to let them sleep. You know,
We can't.
They're the human things over there. They need the meat sacks over there. They need their sleep. They need their rest.
So anytime I clear heat, I release a burst one explosion, that deals heat and burn, which makes, you know, a cloud. If I really need to, I can use my core system where I exceed my heat cap, and instead of taking stress, I release a really big cloud that's obscuring. I can just put down like a hot smoke bomb.
Before you do that, we do wake everybody up, and maybe we should put you at the back. So then after you do it, we can like.
I can stand at the back of the group. I can just fart out like a flaming smoke bomb, and then we can just run.
Yeah.
I can also deploy a gray wash field.
No, I mean, I don't know. Those aren't.
Maybe we'll
necessarily
save that
hot.
in case Alex's don't work. Maybe.
Yeah, those not all
We'll
burn our
we'll do like
abilities.
It's not
Yeah,
hot.
John,
but it
does
is
that
angry.
jive with you?
Me?
Yeah. Does that all sound
that's
okay?
something that works.
You can try. Because
Well, yeah.
how big of a cloud does this cover? Does it give, like, an area?
It is burst 3, so I'm 1, so it's 3 to my left, 3 to my right, so it's 70 feet wide.
Okay. So no, that is not going to resolve your problem of someone tracking you.
Well, then I don't know.
Because, okay.
I think
He could
it's
just kick his ass.
I think we just need to break enough line of sight, and then when he rounds the corner, we just all unload on him.
We just need to find a arrangement in the debris of a place where he doesn't have like a really good long line at us, because we can't outrange him. We need to force him to come close to us.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this wrong. I need to be thinking about this of what John planned for this session. I did this last season too, where like I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to interact with this thing that after the fact, I was like, oh, clearly Alex wanted us to interact with this. And he had a whole thing planned.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was thinking about it completely wrong. I was like, I don't react because I don't want to deal with it, but I was thinking about it wrong. We're doing a show here.
I say
so
we
John
just find
an
ambush point.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, John, can we just do that? Like, or...
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to sort of keep moving until you find an area that you think is opportune.
Yeah, some corner we can go around where it's a tight area where, you know, we can use our superior close quarters capability. And he can't deal with his...
so you're going to make it a point to not exit the debris field.
Yes.
Because
we're definitely not going to walk out into the flat Mars,
Because even though you can't really lose them, you also
can't outrange them.
Dropped. You're not going to get sniped in this field. Like they
we
can
just
follow
keep zigzagging
you,
through
but they
this
can't
tight
necessarily outgun you here.
Yeah, 5-on-1, he's not going to try to fight us unless he has a vastly superior range.
And its range isn't that superior that it can't.
Right, we can catch up in a couple of turns.
Even if it takes out 2 of you, the other 3 are going to close.
Right, it's not good odds for him. So, yeah, I say we just keep zigzagging, hopefully until we regroup, or he just backs off. Or, you know, the situation changes, whatever happens.
Can I... Now that we've kind of alerted everyone else, can I move ahead of the group and try and find a area that basically he would have to walk in through, almost like a crevice where like parts of debris have fallen on top of each other? That way, basically, if he continues following, he walks in, the rest of the party can continue forward, and I'll go up on the high ground and then drop down behind him to prevent him from running away.
You want to flank him?
Yes.
Okay. You can keep your eye out for an area where that might be more doable.
Some sort of ambush opportunity. Yeah. So anyway, but otherwise, we
because you do also have to keep in mind that mobility here is limited because of differences in terrain height and difficulty of movement over certain objects. Some chunks of debris are much larger than others, and you can't exactly climb a 200-foot tall piece of...
We keep going, being the point, John. Yeah. What happens? What do we get to that changes the situation?
As you are going, you begin to pick up an SOS ping from...
Okay.
There's somebody else out here.
From Hook of Hunter Squad.
It's me. It's past me.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait a minute. We're having an Avengers moment.
Nope, definitely a trap. Don't trust it.
Zero trust. It is approximately 1 kilometer away from you, tangential to the direction you're going. You'd have to move about 45 degrees off of your path, but it's still in the debris field.
Okay, I was going to say, would that expose us? But if not, then yeah, fine.
You make your way through, still being followed. Mac periodically looking around, checking. And you come upon the top half of Hook's mech.
Oh no.
Well,
Draugr.
Rip.
My boy. Look how they massacred my boy.
One of its... the lower half nowhere to be seen, and one of the arms mangled and missing below the elbow.
Not the hook arm.
But out of the mech, you see a little man walk out. He's like, oh,
squish him.
I mean, he was kind of tall.
Well, he's little compared to the mechs. I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
He's not like... There's not a gnome. It's a normal-sized human.
He grew up in space. He's very... His backstory is that he grew up in space. He's very lanky.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yes. Hook is alive.
Does he come out of
Actually, the gravity is probably really fucking with him right now.
Well, he's been to a lot of planets at this point. We spent the whole last game
Also,
on a
Mars has lower gravity. This would not be as bad. Hook comes out, waves an arm.
Glad to see someone survived.
Hello, Hook.
I'm just gonna quietly give him a motion with my mech, like a get down, keep your head down motion.
And he nods.
I mean, I can pick him up. I have expanded compartment.
Wait, I have expanded compartment. John, let me have 2 of me and me.
Whoa.
Phrasing.
Whoa.
But sure.
Hold up.
My.
You can have your second personality.
Yeah, I'll just walk underneath what's left of Draugr, hanging there, and just open the back, and then he can just drop in.
Yeah, you have rescued Hook of Hunter Squad.
And then with him in, I will take off my headset and in person explain to him the situation. Just like, off comms, just be like, we think we're being followed. Like,
okay, so wait, hold on. Everyone else from Hunter Squad is either... You would have had entirely new people in Hunter Squad, because...
Jax died in between
Jax
seasons.
died. Tex is busy doing family things, and 2 of you are here.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Tex
and then Hook's here, yeah.
Tex is also designing shit for the Dust Guard at this point.
Sure, yeah.
Sure,
So
but
yeah,
you're not
whoever
in
the
Hunter
other
Squad right now.
whoever the other 4 members of Hunter Squad were entirely new NPCs. Yes.
And thus dead, so that I don't have to come up with new ones.
Well,
Yeah.
I sure do miss Line and Sinker.
I want this request on the record.
Okay.
Any conversations that Hook has, Alex, I'm gonna need you to redo whatever John says. As Hook.
And dub in.
Oh my god, I could overdub you. But it'll be my voice on John's waveform box.
I mean, that works, right?
That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
So-
everybody watch this. I'm over here. I'm over here now. Now I'm over there. Now I'm over here.
And you just need to... Okay, now you need yourself talking 6 times in all of our boxes, trying to mimic us.
Just to
Okay,
prove
you ready?
you can do that.
Behold, it is I, the god, also known as the video editor. That'll be funny later in post. Anyway, John, do you have more?
So all of Hunter Squad is dead.
No, 1 member of Hunter Squad is alive. You haven't.
But all the mechs are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Hook doesn't know if any of the others survived.
Sure.
They all got separated.
Fair. Yeah. I haven't been able to get in touch with anyone else. Wasn't sure if anyone else made it down to the surface. I barely did. It's an honor to meet you, Seth.
Yeah, you want to jerk yourself off a little bit more? Or?
Mac, I do have nothing nice things to say about you. Yeah, anyway, I explained that we have our rendezvous and everything.
Yeah, you have where you're supposed to go.
We should probably get going.
He's like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'll be in the second chair.
Yeah. Watch my back.
Yeah, a turret pops out. That'd be a fun feature. It's just like your secondary pot. When you have a second person, they can operate your rear
We can
turret.
say that he's driving my assault rifle.
Your secondary turret that he's piloting is down where your groin would be. So he's just,
cool. All right.
he's
Very
just-
fun.
I'll message Hook and be like,
Hello, Hook. Unfortunate that your mech got destroyed, but on the plus side, now you can start thinking about upgrades. I'm sure Tex will apply them for you. Also, condolences for your fire team.
I don't know that they're dead. All of them, at least.
You continue marching in the direction you're headed. You're about 20 kilometers out, so another day, and you'll be at your rendezvous point.
Sorry, guys, I'm slowing us down. My speed's only 3.
my speed is
Okay.
also 3.
Meanwhile, I'm just ahead.
Yeah, Gerard is
Scouting
running
ahead.
circles around you, literally.
You want to see me run to the
As-
rendezvous point and back?
See me do it again?
At least once we level up, my speed will go up.
There is a large half-kilometer wide section of the debris field with no large pieces of debris that looks like it was not cleared, but maybe a section of the station landed further down. So you're going to have to cross an open field to continue.
No man's land.
And that is where we will leave off.
Oh,
With next time you need
cliffhanger! Come on,
make
There's
it
2 of
across
me
the
now.
field.
having to cross the field and
You got your old friend back.
perhaps fight the sniper.
Perhaps. Yeah. Hey, spoilers. Next time, you're going to be fighting the sniper.
What?
I
Oh my
called it.
god.
As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We gave you several suggestions for comments. So, yeah, or just say something else. we will be back, as always, in 2 weeks on Monday in the morning on the right side of the U.S. Well, you know.
Do you mean that
it's 10 o'clock
literally
somewhere.
or morally?
The correct side.
Well,
Oh, God.
it's not really a left and right divide. Anyway. Bye.
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 LANCER.